All right, we are joined here by two-time LPGA winner Christina Kim. Christina, awesome round today. 5 under, you're 5 under for the tournament. Talk about your round today, a little different than yesterday. Just go through your birdies, 4 of your 5 on your back 9. Just run us through your round and how your day panned out.
Well, yeah, it was definitely very different from yesterday. Obviously, there are blue skies today, and I was on 18 different holes today versus yesterday. But, you know, I just went out there and just plodded along, and I said just try to minimize the mistakes you have, and you know, if you make a mistake, try and get it up and down. So I started off a little rocky. I started on the back 9, started off a little rocky with a few kind of gully shots here and there, a few high fades where I was supposed to play a low draw. So had a little bit of an adventure early in the round, but you know, finally started to come together. Really with my driver more than anything, because I was able to put myself in the appropriate positions. But you know, birdied. I don't remember. It was 2, 4, 5, 6, I think.
Yep. So the span of 3 birdies, run us through those. Obviously, you kind of caught fire at some point. Was there a time where you said, all right, hitting all cylinders right now?
Actually, it was after the birdie on the second hole, because I had a very difficult sort of awkward angled third shot of 55 yards downwind. The front of the green was 50 yards, so I had 5 yards to work with, and this massive like gnawing bunker short of it. So I clipped it perfectly, ended up like 8 feet short of the hole, surprisingly. Made the putt, and I said, okay, we can do this. You know, on third hole, I actually missed a really good opportunity from about 9 feet. And then the fourth hole, I don't remember them, but I know it's like a par 4, and a par 5. So I went birdie, birdie, birdie. Number 5, I know I hit a wedge from 123 yards for like 2 feet. Number 6, I made like a 9. No, that was 16. I don't remember. But I made birdies. They were all like within like 10 to 12 feet. But just really solid ball striking, you know. And this golf course is a great challenge. Obviously, it's a little bit more sheltered from the wonderful breeze that we get off the Atlantic Ocean, but it was you know, it was a great day out there today, and you know, started off great because there were blue skies, and it was such a nice change from yesterday.
Absolutely. You've been vocal about your 2012 season, a little bit of a disappointment to your standards. Talk about just having 2 rounds here under your belt. Obviously, it's not everyone's favorite week of the year. Your first time here. Just talk about playing so well and kind of moving on with 3 rounds left.
Well, like you said, this is my first time here, and when I was younger, after I had gotten my card through what is now the Symetra Tour, I had vowed that I would never have to go to Q school, and I would say that no one should ever be that arrogant. But now that I'm here, you know, I mean, it's a very unique atmosphere here. I would say, you know what, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that everyone should do at least once. Maybe just once, not at least, just once. Because it's different, you know. I mean, there are kids that, you know, that are what age I was when I was playing on the Symetra Tour that are out here. You know, obviously you've got the 2 Thai girls that are just killing it on the golf course. You know, high-ranked European players, girls just out of college. You know, and so there's just this entire like ecosystem that's unique. You know, and it's great fun if you allow it to be fun. You know, because it can be a grind, and I don't know if I'm gonna have the same attitude come down the stretch on Sunday. You know, I mean, I'm sure I'll get cranky at some point, you know, but, you know, just to have this opportunity is you know, it's eye-opening, and it's something that I think everyone should do just once.
Just once is enough. Some of the staff said they saw you out here all last week, grinding away, practicing, hitting the range. What changes or what have you been working on in your swing? You've had some time off. Anything specific that you were really concentrating on coming into this week?
Well, to be honest, one reason why I was out here the last couple of weeks was mainly because since it was my first time here, in the 11 years I've been a professional, I've played this golf course twice. Okay. The last time I played it, I don't think I even made all 18 holes. Because it was so cold. But, you know, I've kind of felt like I needed to play catch up a little bit. You know, there's some girls out here that, you know, throughout their career, you know, maybe have had to come here 2 or 3 times, you know, a couple bad seasons here or there. Everyone has them. So, you know, there are some players that have been out here and they've played Q school 3-4 times, you know. I mean, you multiply that by 5 rounds of competition, that's, you know, up to 15 rounds that they've got under their belt on top of me. So I kind of felt like I needed to play catch up. But, you know, it was actually just in the last couple of days I really started hitting the ball the way I wanted to. It was just one of those silly things where my dad, you know, kind of stood up ahead of me and was like, you know, your club face is like 75 degrees open. And I was like, so my flop, like that high floppy short cut that I'm hitting, is because the club face. So just squared it up a little bit, and all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, I'm compressing the ball. That's what it's meant to feel like. So that's really all I've been working on. Obviously, I went through this whole thing. I mean, if anyone follows me on Twitter, they know this whole boring thing where I was hitting 1,000 putts a day, trying to find a putter that worked. And so it came down, found the finalist, and hopefully she'll be able to help me make it through and be in the top 20 on Sunday.
Cool. Just going forward, 3 rounds left. Pulling the momentum from today, what's the game plan for the next 3 days?
1 foot in front of the other. Hit ball, fine, do again. But, just like today, I'm just going to focus on minimizing mistakes. I don't want to think, I shot 5 under yesterday, so that means I can shoot 7 under today. Or because I shot even, then I shot 5 under, that means I can shoot 10 under. I try to avoid thinking like that. But it's more about, just hitting good quality shots and adding them up at the end. I was on the 8th hole. My dad's like, have you had 4 or 5 birdies? I'm like, I got nothing. I got nothing.
Keep going.
So, just add them up at the end of the day, and, just whatever happens. And if I make it into the top 20, which I have full intention of doing, great. If I don't, there's a little comfort knowing that obviously I've got status on the Ladies European Tour. I've got the Symetra Tour that I could play on, but I've also got, I've still got status here on the LPGA Tour, which is, it's home for me, so there's a little bit of, pressure alleviated from that because it's not all or nothing.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for joining us. Best of luck the rest of the week.
Awesome.
Thanks so much.
Thanks so much.